All right, let's get right into it. So, you've built a really cool AI demo. It works perfectly on your laptop, you're super excited, and you think you're ready to change the world. But how do you actually take that prototype and turn it into a real, scalable, money-making application that people can actually use? That's the real question, right? And we're going to tackle it head on.
You know that feeling, right? You build something amazing, you get the demo working, and then you just hit a wall. It's that super frustrating gap between a cool little project and a live product that's actually out there in the world.
But we're not going to dwell on that boring stuff. I love how the source material for this explainer puts it. We're going to start with instant gratification. We're jumping straight into the action, and we're going to focus on what it really takes to get results and get them fast.
Okay, so this brings us right to the heart of the matter. There's this huge promise around production AI, but honestly, there's an even bigger misconception about what it actually takes to get there.
So let me just ask you directly. When you hear that term production-grade AI, what pops into your head? What do you picture that work really involves? Because, most people have a very specific and, it turns out, pretty wrong idea. The common expectation? It looks a little something like this. You'd think that most of the work, right, maybe 70% of it, is all the fun stuff. The AI algorithms, the data science, tweaking the model, all that cool AI magic. And the other 30%? Oh, that's just some technical plumbing, the DevOps stuff, right?
Well, get ready for the big reveal, because the reality of building production-grade AI is probably not what you think it is. And boom, here's the reality. The proportions are completely flipped. That AI part, it's actually the smaller piece of the puzzle. The vast majority of the work, the real heavy lifting, is what you'd call traditional cloud platform engineering. It's all the DevOps, the infrastructure, the security, and making sure the whole thing can scale.
It's really helpful to think of it like an engineering iceberg. The AI model is just the tip, the part that everyone sees and gets super excited about. But hiding beneath the surface is this massive, invisible foundation of engineering that actually makes the whole thing work.
So here's the absolute key takeaway. A much better definition for production-grade AI is a system where the AI model is just one small part, supported by a huge foundation of tough, scalable, and secure engineering. Without that foundation, your amazing AI model, it's just a demo on a laptop.
Okay, so now that we've kind of shattered that myth and we know what we're really dealing with, the question is, how do we actually build it? So let's move on to the blueprint and see how this all comes together.
This journey from a simple idea to a full-blown production app, it can actually be broken down into a really clear path. The source material maps it out as this 4-week progression. And notice how it starts super simple in week 1, just getting one app deployed. It's only by week 4 that you're dealing with the really complex stuff, like a multi-agent system. It's all about building layer by layer. We can actually boil that whole journey down into 4 key steps. Step 1, just get anything deployed and figure out how to make money from it. Step 2, build out that critical cloud foundation on a platform like AWS. Step 3, master your data pipelines. And then finally, you can scale up to the really advanced systems, like having multiple AI agents working together.
And look, this isn't just theory. This stuff is built with the real-world toolkit that professionals use every single day. You've got platforms like Vercel for getting things up fast, the big cloud providers for your infrastructure, and core DevOps tools like Docker and Terraform for automation. These aren't just logos. They are the literal building blocks for that engineering foundation we've been talking about. But here's the twist. Knowing the tools and having the blueprint, that's only half the battle. The real secret sauce to succeeding in production AI isn't just about your technical skills. It's actually all about your mindset. Now, this is so interesting. Think about it. In most coding projects, you spend your time actually building the feature, but in platform engineering, a huge chunk of your time is spent on just the environment setup. Getting everything to talk to each other and work together smoothly, that is the real boss battle. And to get through that battle, you basically have to agree to a certain set of terms and conditions. Think of it like a contract you make with yourself. Your success is going to depend on adopting a few key principles for how you approach problems. First things first, you have to embrace every single roadblock. Look, it's frustrating when things break. I totally get it. But every error message, every failed deployment, that's not a stop sign. That's actually where the real learning happens. It's a clue. Second, you have to be willing to roll up your sleeves and just dig in. You can't just copy-paste from Stack Overflow and hope for the best. This means doing your own research, experimenting,
breaking things on purpose to see what happens and learning from forums. It's an active, hands-on process.
And finally, verify everything. It is so tempting to just ask an LLM, like ChatGPT, to spit out some code and assume it's perfect. But these tools have blind spots. You have to be skeptical. Test the code, check the configurations, and really understand why it works. The motto has to be, trust but verify.
So I'll leave you with this. You might have the next billion-dollar AI idea, and that's awesome. But the real question is, do you have the engineering mindset to actually build it? Because in the world of production AI, your resilience and your attitude are every bit as important as your code.